been waiting for you.
Welcome back to Common Sense Crypto. I'm that Common Sense Crypto guy bringing you a Friday evening edition of what the heck's going on with Moneygram and Ripple. Yeah. So what's going on here? And as usual, I think I'm going to read between the lines. For whatever reason, Moneygram's trying to move more data. Now that means one thing to me. It means they're about to use more XRP. Doesn't mean that they're going to use Bitcoin, because the Bitcoin miners would move the data. They're not going to move ETH because the Ethereum miners would move the data. But if they're going to move more XRP, they're going to need more servers. That's what I think's going on here. They're about to go all in on XRP. Maybe not all in, but they're about to go bigger. That's the only reason you would rent more servers, and you would bring Google in to watch it and analyze it. Now, the other thing that's weird is that Ripple, why isn't it Ripple partners with Amazon? And the only thing I could come up with is that Ripple said, hey, the software is our problem. But you moving the traffic, that's going to be your problem, Moneygram. You got to figure out how to move the traffic. We just made the software to make it happen. You got to figure out how to move the data. And I think that's what's going on here. Moneygram's about to go big on XRP. That's the only reason why they would need all the servers. Otherwise, they would have built their own infrastructure if they didn't need a lot of it quickly. They needed a turnkey setup, and that's the only reason I can see for them going to Amazon. But yeah, that's pure speculation on my part based on common sense. And I think I want to believe that this virus thing has bumped up these time frames. I think it's made it very obvious that we have to stop passing things between humans so much. Now, I'm not in a panic over this coronavirus like the news wants everybody to be. But it is a valid point that money is dirty. And just like my last video, if you watched it, you know what I'm talking about. You're sticking your credit card in dirty slots every day. Everybody's touching it. You've got money that's been at least all over the country. A lot of people have touched it. And things like what's going on right now are going to make people even more paranoid to use cash. I went to the grocery store today and you couldn't even get to the alcohol. They had it fenced off. I mean, they're rationing stuff like that at grocery stores right now. That's how panicked people are. I like to blame the media because it's true. A lot of people need someone to tell them how to live every day. I understand that they depend on other people to explain to them how to live every day. But the rest of us know that, this kind of stuff happens. Viruses, we know what's going to happen. It's going to take out the elderly and the people that are already compromised. Their immune systems are compromised for whatever reason. We know that those people are the ones that are the higher risk. We all know that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that don't understand that, and that's why you see these pullbacks in the markets, because people get scared. They want to take their money, put it in a jar, and bury it, and camp out on top of it. But, the reason I bring that up is because of this. Fed stores dollars arriving from Asia as coronavirus precaution. They're claiming they are taking these dollars coming in from Asia and holding them before recirculating them. Now, what sense does it make to take a worthless note, an IOU, and say, why hold it? Why hold a piece of paper? I think common sense on this says, hey, just burn it all. It doesn't mean anything anyways. It's just an IOU. And we'll reprint it if it's that big of a problem. There's a little bit of cost involved, but it's the government. They run on our money. Cost doesn't mean anything to them. These are the people that pay more for toilet seats than we do cars. That's how they get funding for their stuff. They overcharge for little things we all know how that works. I'm sure everyone watching my channel's fairly older and understands the scam jobs the accountants pull every day at any company, any government, anywhere. But that's my speculation of the day. I think this is good news no matter what. I think the hierarchy of this little thing here is Ripple says, we gave you the software. We are providing you with the software. We are paying you to use our software. Moneygram says, well, we don't have the infrastructure to go bigger with your software. Ripple probably said, well, we can't help you there. You've got to find your own infrastructure. We don't have the money to build it. Moneygram has to go to Amazon and say, hey, we've got to use your servers, or we want to use your servers. What kind of deal will you give us? They get a deal with Amazon, and then they say, we don't have enough money to hire anyone to analyze. We don't have enough money to hire employees to analyze certain things. It's cheaper just to hire Google, and we'll have them analyze all the data so we can move forward and make things more seamless. I think that's the hierarchy of this little transition here. As far as the story goes, there's really nothing here. Let's see here. I read this earlier. I didn't see anything that was important besides them just saying exactly what I was saying. Cloud-based applications, AWS, which is the Amazon Web Services, to bring scale to the company's transaction processing engine. What they mean by scale is a large operation. Something viable, something significant. Anytime somebody uses the word scale, that means they're trying to do something big. Moneygram is using Google Cloud as its data and analytics engine to better understand customer behavior and deliver a more personalized experience. Yeah, that's what happens. You go to a website, and all of a sudden you go to Facebook and you get advertisements for something you looked at on some other website. Yeah, we've all seen it. They try to make it out like that doesn't happen, but it's no secret. Oh, this is all a recap of what's happened. Bitso, 10% of MoneyGram's flows into Mexico using XRP. That we already knew that. I think with the Amazon thing, I think there's about to be a lot more XRP flowing into Mexico. And that's why they need Amazon to move it back and forth. Maybe not so much back, but definitely to Mexico. Hopefully there's a big transition into it going both ways soon. So those of us that hold XRP, we can get some sloshing going on back and forth. Make it more valuable. I think the writing's on the wall here. You don't hire Amazon for web pages. This isn't MoneyGram creating a web page. MoneyGram went with Amazon to move XRP. That's the only thing that makes sense. And that's why the word scale is used. Because they need to move a lot of data. This isn't going to be just some new website. This is going to be a large amount of data that needs to be moved. And that's why they had to use Amazon. See what else we got here that may be significant. MoneyGram CEO Alex Holmes says the company launched additional corridors utilizing XRP late last year. However, the company has yet to officially reveal the locations and volume of the new corridors. So this is coming. We're going to find out that MoneyGram actually ramped up their XRP at some point late last year. I don't remember hearing anything about it on their earnings call, so I can't speak on that. But that's good news for XRP holders. You know, I'm playing both sides of the fence here. Like I always say, MoneyGram and XRP have to go up together. Now, at some point, MoneyGram just will go away. I mean, it's just the way of the world. Because eventually, if people just use XRP directly or any cryptocurrency directly, they would just send it to each other through exchanges. There would be no need for a MoneyGram. But that's all way off in the future. Right now, they're trying to build a network to move XRP. And the only company doing it at scale, using that word again, is MoneyGram. And there's why you need to be invested in MoneyGram. MoneyGram's going to make me not feed my children. The stock is so low right now, thanks to the coronavirus fears, that I just want to take every penny I have and buy it. I think it's a little early to buy more XRP. I think XRP is going to be 30 cents, right at 30 cents for a long time. Until MoneyGram ramps up, XRP is not going to move. There's just too much of it right now. The only way XRP moves quickly is if somebody big buys a bunch of it, which I don't see a need for anybody to buy it right now. They have the on-demand liquidity thing going on. Ripple is selling a bit of it and putting it whatever's left right back in escrow. Or they're putting back whatever they think won't hurt the market. They may sell 100,000 tokens and put back 900,000. Because they don't want to crash the market, all that sort of thing. But I'm starting to ramble on. I'm going to cut this off. Everybody, please like and subscribe. Ring a bell. Kick the computer. Leave me a dirty message. Whatever you want to do, as long as you're watching my channel. Hopefully you've got money invested in MoneyGram and XRP. It's going to be good for your future and your children's future. And that's all I got. Common Sense Crypto out.